Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Katerina and I'm Reiki master and I work as a healer and really my favorite modality is to work with shadows and inner child, because I feel like we have suppressed emotions so much because our society is not really used to work and deal with emotions and allow them to be expressed, and everyone got affected in their childhood, and I can see it every day with myself and my clients. So it's really my favorite, and then Reiki, of course. And that's why I today decided to do a tarot reading about inner child. I'm warning, there might be triggers, but in my perspective, triggers are very important, and this is our gateway to discover our full potential and who we are, and discover every time we go through the trigger or trauma, we discover our deepest treasure. We discover something which was hidden below the pain. So I encourage you to step into it and embrace yourself and your triggers and your pains. It might not be painful, but let's see what happens, what your inner child has to say. And where, usually we got stuck in our life because we hold still these patterns, subconscious patterns, which we learned in our childhood because they were needed. It saved our lives. It was like our survival. It was fight or flight mechanism active, and we created these protecting mechanism, these subconscious patterns, in order to survive, to be loved and accepted by our family, because of course with our families we wouldn't survive. So yeah, but they don't serve us anymore, but we keep acting under these patterns, and that's why it's so liberating, so self-loving to really go into this work and discover them and integrate them, and then be free and be more ourselves. So that's why I decided to really go into inner child work today and see what the inner child has to say. And yeah, let's see how that goes for you, how it resonates. I chose on purpose a lot of pink color to really, and green color to give the healing energy to all of you. I brought even a picture of Kuan-Yin. I brought a picture of Kuan-Yin, which is my favorite. And yeah, so I'm going to have her here somewhere. She doesn't fit here much, but yeah, let's keep her around. So I'm going to send you at the end as well Reiki to support your journey. If you want to dive more deeply into inner child work, there is a contact for my webpage where you can contact me and dive more into it with me personally. And let's start right away, shall we? Okay, this is pile number 1, yellow feather. Pile number 2, pink feather. And pile number 3, blue feather. I already pulled all the cards, so take a deep breath in. Ask yourself, what does my inner child want to tell me? What are the messages from my inner child? And choose one or more piles. I'm going to put the timestamps below. And let's start right away, shall we? Okay, let's start with pile number 1. Let's see what our inner child wants to tell to pile number 1. So yellow feather, here we go. I pulled all of the cards, so we got 9 of Swords. We got 5 of Wands. We got prison, oracle deck, gypsy deck, haughtiness. Hopefully you see everything perfect. And we got uncovering treasure. Hopefully it fits, it does not. And deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Alright, hopefully I can squeeze everything in. I will do it like this. Alright. Does it fit? No. Alright, here we go. Moving cards. Sorry, pile number 1. I didn't think of that. I will have these troubles. More or less easy. Okay. Maybe I can move my decoration a little bit. Oh, sorry. I can move it over Guanjin. Yeah, you see that? In here. Sorry, guys. Really sorry. Okay, good. So, what I'm seeing, pile number 1, your inner child is in state where I think you experienced as a kid that people laugh at you, humiliate you, pointed at you, and that's showing me this 9 of Swords. If these stuff are still haunting you, so probably pile number 1, you have hard time to speak up publicly, be on stage, or just stand your ground, defend yourself, say your opinion out loud. All this stuff, I feel throat chakra as well, are there, and probably this might happen in a school, but maybe even by your siblings, or for some of you as well by your parents, one of them or the other. So and it's still haunting you, these feelings and this trauma, and you feel like being in prison. Literally your inner child is in prison. It can't express itself. It can never say I hate it, and it's been super nasty, and it's crying, both of these pictures are crying, and feeling really there inside. No one understands, so much pain, don't want to see both of these people. They're covering their eyes. They don't want to see the reality. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you have some issue with your eyes. They don't want to see this reality because it was too painful when you were a kid. And and you feel chained to your past and to this laughter. Maybe you wake up with the nightmare that you are naked somewhere and people are laughing at you, and you feel humiliated. You might suffer some anxiety, some of you as well. Fear, being seen, speak up. I feel like a lot of throat there. So yeah, that's the message from your inner child, definitely coming. A lot of pain, a lot of suffering, not being, defended, just being put down, humiliated, feeling ashamed. I feel a lot of shame. Maybe, others of you, I feel like you were kind of enclosed in some space, literally. Maybe there is a memory when, your parents wanted to punish you and they enclosed you in your room, and it felt like prison. You couldn't move, you could do anything. Or maybe for others of you, it's like you couldn't leave the house because you did something wrong and you had to stay, and it felt like prison. So you might have this kind of as well in your adulthood where you feel like, I'm closed, I don't have freedom, I can't do anything. These kind of thoughts. So, and as well, here we go, there's a lot of 5 of Wands, a lot of competition, a lot of fighting. Maybe you had more siblings, pile number 1, and you had to compete, or maybe you had to compete in a school, You know, you had the impression that the other kids were better, smarter, and you had to compete. You know, you didn't feel like seen, you didn't feel valued, and that might be reflecting. Here's the haughtiness, but for me, I see peacock, and peacock knows its beauty and worth, and I feel like you are struggling with that. And again, that's coming from your inner child. It was super tough for you to grow up like that. Um, but if you go back, you know, through all these memories to integrate them, maybe as I'm speaking, you feel emotions, let them happen. You know, you can cry, you can get angry, just don't hold yourself. When you go through these memories, you know, it will unleash all kind of, it will uncover all kind of treasures. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. And as I said again, beneath all these triggers and traumas, there is a great, beautiful you. You're beautiful even with your triggers, but your being is there, you know, and all your potential is there, which is now locked. This life force energy is locked through the traumas, is frozen. But you know, once you unleash all of that, I'm pretty sure you will feel much more freedom in your life, doing what you want, be able to speak up, be able to show yourself. Maybe it will affect your career, your relationships. You know, you will know your value and that you're beautiful, that you have to compete, that you're unique, you know, and you have your place in this world. This card goes in retreat, rest, be held. Again, you know, deep replenishment. So you really, your soul is calling for this, and there is no coincidence if you came across this reading. So yeah, your soul is calling to really relax, retreat, process all of this, to move on, to expand, you know. And you can, this is good, here we have advice, really halt your inner child and give it all what it needed when these situations were happening. Speak up for your inner child, hold it, you know, defend it, give it freedom, you know, just give it your heart, open your heart, a lot of flower, a lot of love, water, maybe bathe it, you know, to cleanse it, purify it from all these experiences. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, number one. It's pretty interesting. I love this reading. I'm going to send you Reiki to support you on this journey. Okay, you can call Kuan Yin as well. Unconditional love, compassion, goddess. Beautiful. Please allow me to be Reiki channel for pile number one for what's the most needed for healing their inner child. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pile number one, I felt a lot of relaxation in the shoulder, in the throat. So you might have this kind of stiffness and pain there because all what you are holding there. But when I sang, I felt a lot of relaxation, throat, shoulders, in chest, upper back. In my heart, I felt like kind of tingling. So it's all releasing. You're on the journey, you step into it, so continue. And that's all from me. And I thank you for allowing me to read your energy system and your inner child. And if you like this video, hit the button to like. and subscribe for my next ones. Please leave the comments below. I would love to hear what you felt, if they resonated or not. Okay, whatever. And I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Let's see what's the message from your inner child. Here we go, pink feather. Yay, pink. Okay. When I shuffled this card, it took me a long time to get cards. I do feel like your inner child is very shy. And there might be a lot of blocks, but let's see. Let's go into it. Let's start with the tarot. Yeah. 3 of Swords. I didn't see, but I thought so. 3 of Swords. We got 6 of Pentacles. We got Queen of Cups. Alright, we got Wife from the Gypsy deck. And we got Embracing Enthusiasm. We got Staying Focused. And we got Soul Family. Call in your tribe, you don't have to do it alone. This is not seen. Maybe here. Good. And the small ones here. I would love to hear it like that. Good. And that. Good. We see it. Perfect. So anyway, the 3 of Swords really told me right away your inner child is in huge pain. You got broken heart. What I'm feeling for your pile number 2, that what happened, the Queen of Cups, you wanted very nurturing mother, or the feminine principle, you know, understanding, nurturing, taking care of your needs. But I'm feeling this is not what happened to you. Your mother was not this what you needed and wanted. She was cold. She was not warm. She was not expressing love. She was kind of arrogant for some of you, I'm getting. So, and keeping a lot of distance, maybe verbally, maybe physically. It might differ for different of you. Again, here is the mother, you know. Even though here the child is sitting on the lap, what I'm getting, it's like it was just maybe for some of you just to show off for others, for publicly, but privately she didn't really help you. She was really focused on how people will view it outside, that she has status, good status, but it was all fake. Yeah, I feel like she was focused on herself. She didn't get enough love, but that's not an excuse. And here it comes, 6 of Pentacles. For me, this card is like not met needs. You didn't get your needs met at all. And I feel like if you grew up with more siblings, maybe we're like 2, your mother dedicated more love to your sibling. For some of you, it might be brother or sister. Depends if you are masculine, feminine. But yeah, your mother dedicated more love to your sibling. Maybe it was, for some of you, I feel like it was older, the first child. For others of you, it came younger, but yeah, it was the other sibling which got more love and dedication, and you were kind of begging for love and attention, and it happened. So your inner child is starving, I have to say. It's like really thirsty for love, which didn't get, and it's super shy, super unloved, broken heart. Yeah, and it comes from the mother side. Ooh, that's why healing heart here, heart chakra for sure, pile number 2. Maybe you didn't get enough appreciation, attention. You might not, you might have like competition with the sibling, not understanding why. Yeah, so hard. And then getting, for some of you as well, you might have grown up in a family when the mother was just the one provider. There was no father, or the father was, your mother was separated from your father, or there was none, so it was everything on her, and she didn't have time for you. So, and you didn't want to bother her as well. So yeah, pretty tough, I have to say. Really hurt. Your inner child is really, really hurt. Didn't get enough play, enough attention. Yeah. Just go through it. Really feel it as I'm talking. You might have felt emotions. Call the, Kuan Yin if you resonate with this goddess. Call your spirit guides. Hold your inner child or yourself. Give it all what it needs, all the love and attention. Call, here's the card, again, mother. For me it's mother. Yeah, mother and daughter. Even if your guy, can be that you have a lot of feminine energy, so, or you are in feminine energy, but you don't have to deal with this alone. This card is inviting you that you call upon your spirit guides, your soul family, your friends who are more like family, and you can process this with them, or you can, of course, you can go with a therapist. You can, contact me, whatever you feel. You might have big connection with whales and dolphins, and no wonder, because your inner child, when it's get through this process of love and getting the needs met and want to play a lot, it's, your inner child's very joyful and playful, and that's saying here, maybe you started journey, hold the course, so continue, continue on this journey, healing journey. Continue getting in touch with your inner child. It has a lot of fantasy, wants to play. I see a lot of butterfly, a lot of change, a transformation. You might like flowers, your inner child, beauty. I feel a lot of femininity here. So you might have been girl, you might be girl, and play with your girl. When you really give it what it needs, all the attention. Play with it every day. Give it love. Give it attention. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. Pile number 2. I hope that this was enough clarifying for you. Let me send you Reiki. Please allow me to be Reiki channel for pile number 2, for the highest good, to heal their inner child. Oh, pile number 2, I forgot to tell you that this relationship with, not getting your needs met. You might not get your needs met in a relationship, friendships. You might have problems with female friends, so it might be reflecting somehow in your life. Not trusting people, not letting people to nurture you, to love you. So once you clear all that, you are going to be in very different perspective and very different person. Let me send you Reiki and receive. Allow to receive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pile number 2, I felt your pancreas. So if you didn't get enough love and you are making it up with sweet, watch out for that. Okay, pancreas from my perspective is missing joy from life. So go into your inner child, do the shadow work, integrate, cry it out, and then play and get as much joy as possible. Alright, that's all from me. If you like this video, hit the button to like it and subscribe. Don't forget about the notification bell for my next videos, and please leave me comments below if they resonated or not, if you feel my energy or not. And I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye. Have pile number 3, blue feather. Let's go into the messages from your inner child. There are a lot of cards flipping for you, pile number 2, pile number 3, sorry. We had Knight of Pentacles. We got, oh boy, so many guys. King of Pentacles. We got Knight of Swords. We got Death. We got Wheel of Fortune. And we got Misfortune and Consolation. Oh wow, okay, sorry. This gypsy deck. Hopefully you see all of that. We'll move it a little bit. And we got View from Above. And we got Starseed. What's lighting you up? I'll put it like this. Okay, you see, good. Alright, so what's happening? What's the inner child message? I don't know, pile number 3, but what I'm getting, inner child, there's a lot of masculinity here happening, so something with your father, for sure. I'm feeling this is your father, King of Pentacles, very successful, you know, grounded, down to the earth, very serious though, strict. I've heard like you have to earn it, you know, you have to deserve it, stuff like that, being very strict and hard. He meant it well, but it costs a lot in you, in your inner child. Yeah, you were kind of, you know, your inner child felt not appreciated, not valued, like you will be never enough. No matter what you do, and you try really hard, you know, you really try to be successful and study well, and but it was never enough, no matter what you did. Very hard masculine principle. And you know, if you are a woman, if you are feminine energy, you went even into masculinity to really, you know, show your father that you are really good. You can be like him, basically. But it was never enough, and you never got approved in that way. And maybe your father always did the stuff better. So you got quite better in that way. But I'm feeling that some of you are guys watching, and it still has to do with your father. Okay, your inner child is saying, he never loved me, he never approved me, I couldn't deserve his love, his appreciation, his attention. I could never reach his level. And it's actually, your father wanted to, you were just a child, you couldn't be an adult. So you had to grow up really quickly, and you kind of missed the childhood. And you had to defend yourself a lot. And I see like on both sides shields. Yeah, you had to defend yourself, you had to show, prove, you have to show your skills, that you are, you know how to handle money, that you can study, that you're smart, that you and you were kind of as well, maybe you were challenging your father later on, like fighting. Maybe you had little fights as well, or verbal fights, not physical, verbal fights, and a lot of anger, I feel, but the anger is covering sadness, being unloved. You had to grow up so quickly, I'm telling you, pile number 3. As well, what I'm getting for a few of you, that your dad died when you were young, and you had to take his place pretty soon, and you really missed the childhood, and you had to be adult, and you had to be at his level to support family, and you were not ready, you were just child, and you didn't even process the grief. Your father might have died, or he might have left, but he was not there for some of you. Oh boy, okay, alright. So there is inner child really sad, angry first, but then very, very sad and grieving and not feeling filled and not feeling enough and loved. Yeah. And it's still affecting you. But slowly, what I'm getting, pile number 3, you're releasing this. Because I have here death and wheel of fortune. So I'm feeling, like you are getting out of these patterns, and you are being more yourself, and not trying to prove yourself so much. Still there might be some glimpse, and earning money just to prove and stuff like that, being successful just to prove, or being in very, very driving mode, very, very masculine, if you are feminine. So you are kind of slowly releasing that. And yeah, it's time. If you are not doing it, it's time. It's going to happen after this reading. The change is happening for sure. There is a huge transformation for you, and it's guided by universe. And they are saying, look at the situation from above. It was guided. Whatever happened, no matter how painful it was guided. And you are going to get the big picture for sure. And again, here we go. I'm talking like inner child messages, and I'm in perspective of an adult, which is not bad, but you are, I think that's your challenge, to really get into perspective of a child, because you had to be an adult. So once you process all of that, don't stay in an adult. Reconnect with your inner child, because inner child wants to play and have chance to relax. Maybe if we can take holiday to really relax, be yourself, play, have fun. Don't you don't have to think of money, success, and all these kind of stuff. Defending yourself, being seen. Maybe fly. Here, go somewhere on holiday. In different countries, get into wonder like a little kid when you saw the world as a big miracle and wonder. And again, star seed. It might be star seed, and what's lighting you up, what's filling your heart with light and joy. Reconnect with this inner child that saw the world as one big wonder, and enjoy it. Because the child's perspective, even though you are rejecting, it's very valid, and it brings you a lot of valid information for a lot of miracles that you can't see as an adult. Okay, so let me send you pile number 3 for your inner child. Please allow me to be Reiki channel for pile number 3 for their highest good, for their inner child healing. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all. I actually heard last thing, and that's pile number 3, that if you reconnect with your inner child, and you will be joyful and playful, get into the perspective, you will reconnect with your starseed mission more. And yeah, and Reiki was going a lot for your head. There are a lot of worries, and the inner child, again, perspective will bring you more in body. So yeah, that's all what I have for you, pile number 3. I hope that you like it. If you did, head to bottom to like it and subscribe for my next video. Please share your comments if they resonate or not, if you felt Reiki or not. I would love to hear that. And I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.